Hi, I'm Kyle from the Shift Open Finance community, and today I'm joined with Benji and Emily from Lenvi. And let's just get straight into it. So, what does Lenvi do, and what's your solution in the market?
Sure, so Lenvi specialises in lending technology. I think the name gives that one away. We've got a few sort of core products that operate across the lending technology space. The main one being our core loan management system, which supports customers from origination through to arrears or anything like that. We've got another product which operates in the risk market, specifically for invoice factoring, which is quite niche. Standby servicing is an insurance product which we offer for lenders and funders, which basically supports funders if anything was to happen to the lender, so their money would still be safe. And then finally, we've got a KYC product, so Know Your Customer, which also supports lending clients.
Awesome. And how did you start? Where did Lenvi come from?
So Lenvi is a new brand to the market. It's kind of built off those three core fintech technology businesses. Those businesses used to be part of the global EQ group and are now being spun off into this new brand. I guess quite importantly, and what kind of sets us apart in this space, is that those businesses do have that history and they do have that pedigree. A lot of them have had 15, 20 years worth of industry expertise that have kind of gone into it in terms of thought leadership, being really involved in the market and kind of producing those leading products in those spaces. But now as Lenvi, we are rebranded, much more fintech. We're kind of really pushing that more like entrepreneurial, agile spirit to be able to develop those or continue to develop those market leading products.
You just started to touch on it there, talking about the rich experience you've had and the rich expertise from splitting off from the EQ group. But what specifically makes Lenvi better or different from the other providers in the market, and why do lenders choose you?
Yeah, it's a really good question. So I think Emily mentioned it's that combination of being an experienced, regulated technology provider in UK financial services market, combined with now what we have, having separated from that big conglomerate of a fintech business who's able to be agile. I think that combination is really rare in the market. We work with some of the biggest brands in the UK, so that the biggest loan book in Europe runs on our platform, and the 11th largest mortgage book runs on the platform as well. But also we've supported really niche small lenders from writing their first loan through to their millionth loan kind of thing. So we're able to offer a service to an enterprise customer, but also to a startup. And I think that's what really differentiates Lenvi in the market, because there's not many providers who are able to offer that. So we have that rich experience, rich history, which can give clients confidence that we know what we're doing in the regulated market, but we're agile enough to be able to be innovative and deliver something quite different.
Good answer. So that's what differentiates you from your competitors. And now myself running a Shift community, there's 200 fintechs, and you guys are a little bit different because of your size. You've got a customer base which a lot of fintechs will be quite envious of, and you have quite a scale. But this puts you in quite a beneficial position to be in the community, because you can partner with some of these fintechs to provide their solutions alongside yours to these small as well as large lenders. Now, how do you go about that partnership approach, and how is the Shift community facilitating that?
The Shift community is a really unique space for fintechs. I don't think that there's anything else out there at the moment. It's a really engaged community. And I feel that, yes, we are that core system. We do rely on a lot of extensive partners to be able to kind of complete those workflows for a lot of our customers and provide those full end-to-end journeys. And again, being at the forefront of technology, being at the forefront of the industry is really important to us, and being able to lean into a community like Shift, where there is kind of active and engaged members who are all kind of mirroring the same messaging as being forefront, like future-proofing leaders in their own spaces, being able to have those meaningful conversations, understand where they're able to support not only our product development, but also kind of the journeys and challenges of our customers, and those kind of conversations that we're naturally having as part of the relationships we continue to own.
That's awesome. And thank you so much. We're not going to be like the other networks at large. We're invite only. So everyone that joins the community, I've met them in person or on a call. So it's really nice to hear that we have that engagement and the kind of joint lifestyle. And we really appreciate having you guys in the community. as you are here today.
Absolutely.
The engagement's unreal.
Absolutely.
But now I guess looking into the future, so you've spoken a lot about Lenvi's histories and what you offer. Now, what's the next 5 years looks like? Is there anything exciting in that roadmap that's coming up?
Yeah, I think so. So Lenvi are quite focused at the moment on growing into other territories and growing the Lenvi brand outside of the UK. So we're specifically focusing on Europe at the moment, particularly in our risk management tool and taking that to Europe. So we've just hired in Germany. We're thinking about an office in Germany as well to look at growing that, as we see it as quite a good growth market for us and fairly similar to the UK. So that's on the sort of the growth pipeline for us. In terms of the technology though, we're highly focused on the secured lending market, so the mortgage market in the UK. The platform's been optimised over the last couple of years for the mortgage market, which is where we see quite a lot of growth opportunity just because of the underservice of that market at the moment, particularly on the back end side of things. So I think lenders over the past few years have started moving to modernise their technology and their sort of application ecosystem estate, but that seems to be taking place on the front end of their process. So origination seems to be the area getting the most attention. Lenvi's product particularly supports clients in life and customers in life, which is after originations. And I think that area has still got a lot of opportunity to modernise and develop. So that's kind of where we're looking to take the platform. And I think we've invested quite a lot. We've probably got one of the best platforms out there for the back end side of things. So that's very much on our roadmap.
And I've just got a different question actually, because you said a lot there about life cycle of it throughout the loan, and you need the origination process before you.
Yeah.
Are you partnered with / able to work with any origination platform out there?
Yeah, so we see ourselves as fairly agnostic to technology because of the API that sits around our platform. So we've got a REST API that enables essentially integration to be pretty much seamless and configurable. We do have partners who are providers of originations platforms who we could put forward as being originations providers within a particular deal. However, because of that API, we're agnostic and we're able to work with anyone. So if a bank or a building society's got a set of technology partners that they'd like to use, we can just plug into that and you're away.
Perfect, awesome. Okay, and then something, again, slightly different about our engagement. So most people join Shift Community and then they hear about Shift Plus, they sign up to it. You guys, we actually brought you in to Shift Plus and then we were like, well, we'll get you part of the Shift Community as well. So I just wanted to ask, I guess, what kind of led to that decision of signing up to Shift Plus? How valuable have you found it so far? And also, how is it going to help with those future long-term goals?
So yeah, absolutely. The value that we've seen and could see the potential in from the Shift Plus piece to us was kind of immediate from day one. The Shift community and the team that sit behind Shift coming from that Woodhurst side of it is, again, invaluable. We have fantastic regular check-ins with our account manager. So Lydia manages us as a Shift partner, and we are able to kind of draw on all of that insight from the consultancy perspective, really kind of communicate with her through our goals and ambitions and be able to kind of lean into the experience that she has in that space to really support us on those journeys and work on little mini projects to help us get there quicker. And it's been great so far, and we're kind of extracting all the value we can from it.
Awesome, thank you. And big shout out to Lydia because she's brilliant. So I'm glad you like working with her. And I'm glad the community as a whole provides value, but then also the consulting approach with Shift Plus is that extra just insight into the market.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And now, I guess final question, forget Lenvi, forget Shift. What's the financial transformations and financial innovations that are kind of interesting you on a personal level in these next coming years, or what do you think will really change the market? We'll start with yourself, Benji.
So I think AI is a bit of a buzzword, and every conference I go to, every conversation I have with someone in this market, start talking about AI. So I'm going to do the same. But it's got to be AI, right? There's the possibility with that technology within this industry is endless, opportunity-wise. Lenvi have started piloting a few programs with the technology, so we're specifically looking at sort of document management at the moment and how AI can help us sort of reduce the time that people spend looking at documents and things like that, and kind of then leaving your people to do more meaningful tasks.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of really small example there, but if you sort of extrapolate that across the market and the life cycle, you've got a really good use case where this technology could be really beneficial. I think AI is going to be quite interesting to see how that sort of interacts with a regulated market, and see how the regulator enables AI to be used, because that kind of will decide how much uptake is taken. And you've kind of seen that with open banking over the last sort of 5 years or so. But yeah, I think it's definitely AI that I'm excited to see sort of where we go with that and what the market does with it.
Awesome. And Emily, what about yourself?
I think it'd be remiss if I didn't piggyback off that. It's such a buzzword. Again, the other buzzword would be the open banking piece. And I do still feel like that has a long way to come. And probably 3 years ago, open banking was in the same place as AI is today. And in terms of kind of that accessibility to data, making kind of smarter decisions, will it ever be able to disrupt the payments industry? I think there's a lot of conversation about open banking in the payment side at the moment. And again, will it? Because we still use checks. So how far is it going to be until we can kind of get to the point where actually we're kind of having these like really frictionless workflows? But I would have to jump on that bandwagon, unfortunately, as well.
Yeah, no, that's very fair. I think if I was to put it on myself, because it's really interesting what you said, it hasn't taken off for the payments use case, even though it has internationally. And open banking, open finance will hopefully allow the data access that AI needs to properly provide individual tailored services. But it's a really good point you made of open finance has taken a while because of regulation. AI, I imagine, will be quicker because the use cases are clearer, and also you're not forcing the CMA9, the big banks, to do it. They're going to do it anyway. But yeah, exciting times ahead. Thank you for listening. This has been Benji and Emily. And actually, this is a final thing. How can the audience help you out? How can they share the Lenvi journey, or how can they get involved?
Follow us on LinkedIn. Marketing team would say follow us on LinkedIn. Reach out, be involved. We're at lots of events. Come up, say hello, get to understand our products. We're absolutely always very keen to talk about products. I'm in partnerships. I love having really interesting conversations about the ecosystem and technology and how it's going to continue to develop and change both companies and customer journeys. So yeah, just, I guess, say hello and follow what we're up to.
Awesome. Well, you heard it there. Make sure to reach out. I've been Kyle from the Shift Open Finance community. Thanks for watching.